Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm Urvashi and today in this video I'm going to be talking about Saturn's retrograde motion in the nakshatra of Uttara Ashadha in the zodiac sign of Capricorn from the 14th of May to the 29th of September. So before I start, hope all of you are safe, hope all of you are staying at home, adhering to the rules, regulations, because they are for our own benefit. So let's talk about Saturn in Uttara Ashadha and Saturn now being retrograde. So I made a video on Saturn entering into the zodiac sign of Capricorn, and I talked a lot about structures, rules, regulations, norms changing. I talked a lot about career and about professions, and these are going to be the important themes for the next 2 years. Rules, regulations, structures, career, status, position. This is the theme for Saturn in Capricorn. And so this is the season of retrogrades now that we are entering. So this is the first planet, then we're going to have Venus, then we're going to have Jupiter, and then later on Mercury. There's going to be a time when all 4 planets will be retrograde at the same point of time, but I'm going to be talking about that as in when that happens. I'm going to start now with Saturn. And we all know that retrogrades are a little bit about slowing down and a little bit about, going back, about revising, revisiting, checking on all that we've done. More effort is required when planets go retrograde. Sometimes we get lesser results, especially if you have a retrograde in your natal chart. You will feel that, especially if you have a Saturn retrograde, you will feel that you are doing a lot of effort and not getting results accordingly. It will make you extra hardworking. It will make you especially if it has anything to do with the 10th house, if it's a 10th lord or posited in the 10th house, then a lot of effort will go into your profession and will make you extremely responsible. So when this planet goes retrograde in transit, similarly we are expected to be very responsible about actions, even about our previous actions. All that we've done in the past, we need to go back, recheck on it and see if there are any corrections that need to be done. But since it is happening in the sign of Capricorn, and Capricorn is all about rules, regulations, structures, buildings, career, profession, status and position, and real estate, all those themes I discussed in the video when I talked about Saturn entering Capricorn. So now is the time to start going over that and seeing what all is happening in our lives and what all now seems to be useless. All that you think you need to go over and correct. Now is the time that you will be doing it. Since the entire world is right now impacted by the coronavirus, a lot of things are now going to be changing. Structures will change. Structures in all organizations will change. All the major corporate houses are going to change a lot of things. Rules, regulations, governments, international relationships between governments, law, and how countries, how all the countries of the world protect themselves, what all rules have in place, how all they connect to other countries, and within the country itself as well. So much so that countries that are dependent right now on other nations will try and revise their policies to become self-dependent, to become independent. Because Capricorn is the sign of independence, of hard work and status and position, where we affirm our independence, where we claim our independence. And so 2 things will happen. If generally in life you feel you are dependent on others, if generally in life you've always felt that you wanted to be independent, maybe you do not have a profession, or maybe you're in a service, or there are other reasons that you're not feeling independent, now is the time that you will start thinking, really looking back and understanding what is holding you back, what is not letting you assert your independence. And if you're in a service, you will start thinking about your own venture of some sort of getting self-employed. So it's an important time, and this is a very, very good nakshatra that Saturn is going retrograde over. Uttara Ashadha is one of, a very, very powerful nakshatra. It is ruled by the Vishwa Devas. It has all the good, positive qualities such as, truth, goodness, willpower, all the good qualities of all the previous nakshatras. I've already mentioned this before in one of my videos. It has the nourishing ability of Pushya, it has the willpower of Ardra, it has the deep desire of Bharani, it has the skills of Hasta. So this is one of the best nakshatras. In a crisis situation like right now, the entire world, Saturn going retrograde in this nakshatra is all the hard work that we are putting in to fight this pandemic, and will have the strength of this nakshatra. Will have, we will all be together, especially those who are all in the medical field, who are trying to find a way, who are trying to find a vaccine, will have the goodness of this nakshatra backing them up, giving them the strength, the positivity to go deep into research and find a cure, because this nakshatra is all about fighting and defeating evil. And this nakshatra is ruled by Lord Ganesha, and initiating anything in this nakshatra can give very, very positive results, and can hasten results, and can give a permanence in the results. The results could give us permanently good solution to a lot of problems. So in the process of searching for a vaccine in this case, the world could come up with a lot of other medicines that would be helpful in a lot of other diseases. So this, like I said, is the best nakshatra for this retrograde right now, because Saturn going back here is science and effort will be going back over all the previous knowledge, all the previous effort that has already been made, and utilizing that to create something beneficial for society. The nakshatra Uttara Ashadha is ruled by the sun. I was just a couple of days ago reading a story on the power of the sun god, and I don't remember the names and all, but there's a small story I'd like to share with you guys. So there was this demon, and he was blessed by the creator. The creator gave him 1,000 armors, for defense of his own body, and the creator gave him the blessings that he would have 1,000 armors protecting him. And anybody who took off an armor of his would have to fight him for 100 years. I think that's how it goes. So then this demon, he did some good deeds and he did some bad deeds, and ultimately somebody went and told Lord Vishnu that this demon was doing a lot of bad deeds as well, and Lord Vishnu came down to fight this demon, and a few of his armors were taken off. And so then he went and hid behind the sun god for protection, and that is where he got protection from. And so the sun has the power of protection, and this nakshatra is ruled by the sun, and this is the third nakshatra, the final nakshatra of the sun. So the first is Kritika, where the soul comes into being. Then we have Uttara Falguni, and then we have Uttara Ashadha. And Uttara Ashadha is the nakshatra where we can let go of individual desires, individual aims, and start working for the higher good, for the universal good, for everybody's benefit. It is the nakshatra where one can go deep into knowledge, deep into research, deep into finding a solution of a problem. And also, if we look at individually, if we start thinking of the lives of people, a lot of lives are being impacted right now by what's happening. And here again, every person is going to have the energy that would be backing him to go over things that he has done in the past, things that have not worked out for him or her, and start constructing something better, start constructing a better structure, a better career for themselves, a better life for themselves. So whether we are looking at it on an individual level, every person is going to be having this Saturn retrograde in transit for them. So it is going to take us all back over our lives, over our major important decisions about our future, about our careers, about our sense of security. And sometimes we are all living in a false sense of security. So the sign of Capricorn is all about a sense of security, because Like I said earlier too, Saturn posited here is directly looking at Cancer. Cancer is the sign for home. In order to have home and comfort, we have to go out in the 10th house in the sign of Capricorn and create something for ourselves. To get that comfort, we need to make something in the 10th house. So it is all about creating a sense of security. So on an individual level, many of us will be going, through a phase of insecurity. I mentioned that in the video where I talked about Saturn entering Capricorn in 2020 January. And so now those insecurities are going to go and take us back over what all we've done in the past, whether what we made for ourselves was good enough. If not, it will help us come up with plans, come up with structures, and change our future. So Saturn in Capricorn is a very, very important transit, both for the individual and for the world in general. Everything is going to change by the end of Saturn's transit in Capricorn. I mentioned this in the first video and I'm saying this again. Saturn in Capricorn is a very good transit, but it is not an easy transit because it requires a lot of transformation, a lot of changes. Structures will change, government will change, governments will change, government policies will change, international relations will change. Similarly at home, your structures will change, and they have suddenly, our routines have changed at home. And suddenly we've all become, we're cleaning, we're cooking, we're doing everything ourselves. Everything has changed, right from our lives at home to what is happening on the international level. Everything has changed. But this retrogression is going to, mentally take us back. Of course, the effort we put in individually right now may not give us immediate results. If we continue moving forward with our careers, with our professions, it's not going to give us result. As it is, everything is on a halt right now. But going back and revisiting what we've done in the past and making new plans related to the houses that Saturn rules and the natural sign of Capricorn, the 10th house, is going to give us a major breakthrough in what the future holds for us. So this is a turning point in our individual lives and in the lives of all the nations and in the lives of sciences, in the world of science as well, considering a lot of research is being done. So like I mentioned a couple of minutes ago, Uttara Ashadha is a nakshatra where we can find solution to major problems in life. One can go through major issues and then go deep into knowledge. These are the basic themes of this nakshatra that I'm discussing with you. So going through major issues, then going deep into knowledge, finding solutions, permanent solutions, are the major themes of this nakshatra. And this research has started right now, just a few months ago, when Saturn was in Uttara Ashadha. Saturn's been in Uttara Ashadha for a while. Saturn was in Uttara Ashadha even in Sagittarius, because Uttara Ashadha starts from 26 degrees 40 minutes of Sagittarius. So Saturn's been in Uttara Ashadha for a while. And now it's going retrograde. And it's going to take this energy, utilize this energy, and help us in finding a solution to the problem that we all are facing currently. And in our individual lives, we are all going to find solutions for the problems that we've had. Many of us would have suddenly felt that everything we thought, everything we believed, all our philosophies are suddenly shattered. Our sense of security is suddenly finishing. So now is the time to go over what you and I thought was our sense of security, what you and I thought was important for ourselves, what status we've been aiming for, what status we've been trying to achieve. Thinking over it and coming up with better plans, because maybe all that was, all that seems nothing now. All that seems to have gone up in air now. So a lot of things will be changing, but the energy is right. Structures, rules, regulations, organization, governments, whatever even in your home you have a structure, who's doing what. And in the last few months you would have seen that the structure at home also has changed. The structure in my home has changed. I get up and I start washing utensils, I start cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm washing all day. So the structure of our lives have changed ever since Saturn has come into Capricorn. And the structure not only of our lives at home, the structure, like I said, of life outside home also has changed. And retrogression means going over what we did in the past, what was right, what was futile, what was useless. Building something better for ourselves. This is an important energy, but the energy of Uttara Ashadha is very, very strong, very, very powerful under these times. In these circumstances, having this energy, Uttara Ashadha is for the ultimate victory, finding the ultimate solution. Right now, we all need the ultimate solution. And I think this is the perfect transit. Saturn going retrograde in Uttara Ashadha to find the perfect solution of this pandemic. A lasting solution, a victory over a lot of negativity. And we need that victory. Uttara Ashadha is the nakshatra where we let go of our individual things and start thinking about the larger good, about the good of goodness, or what humanity needs right now, where we start thinking of every other person. Stop just thinking about our individual selves and our individual egos and about me. So now is the time we all start to think differently. Now is the time that the structures of our brains also will change. So it is an important time, it is a positive time. Let's just all stay positive. And individually in your horoscope you want to see, you should go and check out the video I did on Saturn in Capricorn in 2020, and you will see I've talked about all the ascendants. So the things I've talked about in that video are the same things that are going to be halted for now, and we're going to be going back and revising those situations individually. So I'm not going to be touching all the ascendants right now. You can just go and watch that video and you will connect it to going back over those things that I've mentioned for each ascendant. Whatever I mentioned for each ascendant, now we're going to go back over those things. We're going to go and revise, relook those same things that I'm talking about in that video. I don't want to keep repeating myself. It's a slowing down of a lot of things, but it's a going back and utilizing all that we did in the past. Good time for the research that science is doing, finding a solution to save humanity. Good thing for Saturn being in this nakshatra of the latter victory, the permanent victory, the permanent solution to problems, because we all need permanent solution to this problem. So guys, stay safe, stay at home, don't go out please. I'll keep trying to post regular videos, though I don't get too much time after washing and cleaning and cooking all day, but I will try and do that, and hope to see you soon. We'll see you in the next video where I'm going to be talking about Jupiter going retrograde. See you. Bye bye for now.